Hey, my IBMOR brothers, back again, hopefully for a quick ramble, but we'll see how it goes. For about the last month or so, even though I've been trying to ease my way out of it, this male-female dynamic, there's been not a growing trend, it's been basically obvious. A lot of blue pill stuff, in my opinion. Which is female accountability, which is something I am big on. I'm big on female accountability. But the problem is most people aren't. I should say most black people aren't big on female accountability. Female freedom, female choice, choice for the black woman, independence for the black woman, all that good stuff is actually upheld by both sides of the aisle. But female accountability is not. For whatever reason, men and children can be held accountable for their actions. Children up to a certain point, which is age appropriate, and men always accountable for their actions. Even if they get tricked or fooled or lied to, whatever, they're always accountable for whatever actions that they took. Say if a man is practicing safe sex and he doesn't want to get the woman pregnant and he wears a condom, but he doesn't take the condom with him, or he throws the condom in the local, the woman's garbage can, and she decides to do something stupid by using that sperm to get herself pregnant. Even though it wasn't his intention, even though he practiced safe sex, even though he took the appropriate actions, he missed a step as far as securing his seed, and since the woman took advantage of it, he is still at fault. He is still responsible for his own actions and the consequences thereof. But for whatever reason, the black community does not want women to be held accountable. So they got me to thinking, do women have free will? Do they have choice? Now, according to one side, which is the women say that women will follow the lead of the men, or the guide of the men, or the direction of what the men take, which means submission, which means they have to choose, right? It's not automatic that black women will follow the direction of men, which we all know by history that's actually bullshit. It's not true. They don't. And as Kendra said, they might follow the lead of certain men and not certain men's action or their words, but informed by their choices. Thinking that since they're the top tier men, they're forcing their choices on their women, which is not necessarily true. By just looking at history and looking at the current events, that's not true. Even the high tier men, face the fact that women don't follow their lead. We see it in the headlines every day where a black woman, mother, wife, or baby mama is actually doing something negative to her famous husband or famous boyfriend. Happens all the time. So they don't automatically follow the black men's lead, and then most times they really don't. They're actually following the woman's lead, because if that particular woman can attract that particular guy, then the black women will actually be following the lead of that woman, not that man. The man is just a result. So they're practicing choice. And if we listen to black women, especially upper tier black women, complaining about their dating choices and them not willing to settle, even if it's the appropriate thing to do, early on where their market value is higher, and they're not willing to settle down and be married to a higher value man, or a man that's of enough value for them to get with according to their social class. They reject men, they divorce men, and they always talk about settling on a man that's inappropriate for them. And sometimes they will pick a man that is socially seemingly inappropriate for their class level. And then they try to make it seem like it is within the bounds, within the rules of their class. So it's saying that they are practicing their free will. They're free to choose. Free will means free to choose. And that's what they have been practicing, which is something black men have been complaining about. Why do you choose guys of which you say that you don't want, or say that they're not appropriate for women like you, but you still choose them? That's free will. So why is it that women lie, or black women lie, about having choice or free will? Independently, when they're bragging about themselves, they'll say that they don't need a man and they can do for themselves and they're independent and they can choose. But in circles of across the table between black men and black women, especially across the gender war peace table, hear a different tune. Like they're this young, innocent chickadees that don't know any better, and they get captivated by men, and they have no choice but to be compelled to follow. And anything that they do is not of their own free will. They're actually compelled to do it by their men, which everybody knows, including us, that that's bullshit also. So why is it that black women clearly exercise something they claim not to have? Because the only way you can blame your actions on somebody else is if you don't have choice or you don't have free will, both of which you contain in the black community, or the black female community. You contain thousands of examples and plenty of that moxie that you claim not to have. And recently I've asked women, for the past couple months, I've asked women straight up, are you willing to give up power to your men? Are you willing to submit to your man? Are you willing to 100% cooperate with your man? And there's always crickets on the other side, because in their heart of hearts and their mind of minds, they know that they are not. What is the greatest trick that the devil ever pulled? To say that he does not exist. What is the greatest trick that black women as a group have pulled? To say that they are not in control of the black community, that they don't have free will, and they only do what black men allow them to do. And the only choices they have are the ones that black men give them. And they always follow the blueprint of their men. With statistics, anecdotal evidence, direct evidence, and literature out of their own mouths will tell you that that's not true. So in my estimation, free will and choice does exist in the black female sector. And it does exist in black females. And they do have what the Creator endowed upon them, which is a free mind and a free choice and free will, which a lot of them choose not to exercise, or at least exercise in public. And I am getting mighty tired of black men who know better, who claim better, who actually know the deal, constantly trying to arm wrestle guys into doing something that they know they cannot. Maybe I'll rethink this ramble, and maybe I'll do one with more fire, and it might come right after this one. But anyway, I'm gonna jump off here. This is BGS, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.